upcoming Rogue One prequel Star Wars Andor is set to drop later this summer, and the show will take us through the events of the Rebel Alliance forming in opposition to the Galactic Empire. And to increase excitement, a recent still has been released of the lead actor Diego Luna in his role as Cassian Andor. Today we're discussing Luna showing a different side to his Rogue One rebel. Stay tuned. Let's get straight into it then. What's going on? With the release of the first Star Wars spin-off back in 2016 in the shape of Rogue One, fans were given a glimpse into the story of the spies who stole the plans for the Death Star. The action-packed movie gave fans a pretty interesting look at the side of the story we hadn't considered before, and saw the movie's heroes sacrifice themselves for the greater good, including Diego Luna's Cassian Andor. Luna's character will be revived for the upcoming Andor, which will detail his rise and the events directly before Rogue One. Luna recently claimed that the character we meet at the beginning of the show will be as far as you can imagine away from being a hero. Luna was speaking just as a new still from the show was released, which gave fans a glimpse of Cassian's earlier life. The photo shows him in discussion with what seems to be a barman, and discussing the upcoming show, Luna gave us a little glimpse into how he is attacking the role, saying, "I had already answered many of the questions that the show answers myself for my process as an actor for Rogue One. Now I had the chance to explore that with showrunner Tony Gilroy, who's an amazing collaborator and a beautiful writer. Of course, having already played the character, Luna will be able to call on the research he did for Rogue One, which should mean he'll be better equipped than before to bring the character back to life." What else did Luna have to say then? Stay tuned to find out. Diego, who also starred as Mexican drug lord Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo in Narcos, was also discussing a scene in Rogue One when his character tells Jyn Erso, Felicity Jones, that he has been at war with himself since he was a youngster. He revealed that talks about a wounded man. We find him in a place where he's not aware of how capable he is of transforming or being part of change or executing such sacrifice, but he is the man that comes out from fighting since he was 6 years old. Luna went on to describe the character of Cassian Andor as a very interesting, dark, wounded person, and that fans won't believe that the character depicted in Andor morphs into the one we have already seen in Rogue One. It will be interesting to see what the showrunners have done with the character of Andor, but it sounds as though he might be somewhat unrecognizable from the character we know from Rogue One. We're not sure exactly what direction it might go in, but from everything we've seen so far, it seems as though it could be set to be unlike anything we've seen in the Star Wars universe. Will you guys be tuning in when this one drops? Let us know what you want to see from Andor when it drops. Next up, the show's premiere has been pushed. Stay where you are to hear about it. Mexican actor Diego Luna appeared on Good Morning America this morning, August 1st, to discuss all things Andor, but he brought along some slightly disappointing news. Initially set to drop on Wednesday, August 31st, Luna announced that the show has been pushed 3 days and it will now premiere on Saturday, September 3rd. This new premiere date is to accommodate a 3-episode premiere, as opposed to the originally planned 2-episode. I mean, it's only 3 days, so fans shouldn't be too upset. We just hope the show does the movie justice. What do you guys think about Luna's recent announcement? Let us know below. News of a new trailer now. Stay with us. Good Morning America announced via their Twitter account over the weekend that Luna would be making a guest appearance on the show this morning, August 1st, bringing the show's second trailer with him. Their announcement, which read, "Tomorrow on GMA, Diego Luna joins us live with a special and exclusive GMA first look at the all-new trailer for Andor, a new Star Wars series streaming soon only on DisneyPlus. We'll have no doubt sent fans into a frenzy and will give us a better idea of what to expect once the show finally drops. The show will go into detail of Cassian Andor's upbringing and his motivations, giving more depth to the character. The trailer opens with a spaceship cruising along a rural setting, whilst residents look on with anxiety etched upon their faces. Andor himself then narrates the opening part, whilst we then see a glimpse of his earlier years. We are then led to believe Andor has joined the rebellion for the greater good, before the trailer goes on to show the action really ramping up, and we're encouraged to witness the beginning of rebellion before Cassian Andor himself announces that he is tired of losing. Whatever happens, this is sure to be a fascinating look into the backstory of one of the franchise's most interesting recent characters. Have you guys seen the second trailer yet? If not, why not? What else did the trailer tell us? Well, there was plenty going on in the latest Andor trailer, and whilst it gave us a better idea of how Andor finds finds himself embroiled in rebellion, it also reintroduces a character we first saw in the Clone Wars, Saw Gerrera. The latest trailer sees Gerrera, played by the last King of Scotland's Forrest Whitaker, conversing with Stellan Skarsgård's Luthen, so we can probably expect that he will have a pretty sizable role in the upcoming show. The trailer also shows Genevieve O'Reilly returning to the role of Mon Mothma, and she will be joined by a raft of new characters played by actors such as Adria Arjona, Kyle Soller, Denise Goh, Fiona Shaw, and Robert Ems. Who are you guys most excited about seeing once Andor finally drops? Give us your thoughts below. The show's creator has been speaking out now. Stay tuned. As we know, Andor will detail the beginnings of Cassian Andor, and Tony Gilroy, the show's creator, explained its structure a little more earlier this year. We will learn more about the rebellion's infancy, 5 years before the events of Rogue One, and it has also been confirmed that there will be a second season too, which is strange given the fact that season 1 hasn't even aired yet. Gilroy explained, "The scale of the show is so huge. Directors work in blocks of 3 episodes, so we did 4 blocks in season 1 of 3 episodes each. We looked and said, wow, it'd be really interesting if we come back and we use each block to represent a year. We'll move a year closer with each block," before going on to say, "From a narrative point of view, it's really exciting to be able to work on something where you do a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then jump a year. Does this mean that we might end up getting 5 seasons then? Possibly." Gilroy also explained his excitement at developing a show where they already know the outcome, telling fans that it was a pretty cool experience and challenge trying to figure out not where the story ends, but how they end there. Give us your predictions for how you think we get to the events of Rogue One below. So how does the show link up to the wider Star Wars universe? Let's see. Well, one fan theory thinks they have figured out just how the show will connect to not just Rogue One, but also the greater Star Wars story. We all know that Luna's Andor helps to steal the Death Star plans, but it seems as though he learns of the weapon much before this happens. A fan website known as Making Star Wars has suggested that the upcoming show will feature workers who have been kidnapped and forced to work on the Death Star, with our hero Cassian going undercover on the production line to bag more intel. Along the way, Andor figures out the factory is part of a greater plan, a plan so big that the Empire struggles to keep it confined. Suggested to be Project Stardust, the theory goes on to claim that the factory Cassian infiltrates is being used to produce the Kyber crystals, which are an important component in the weapon. If this is true, then it means Andor comes across the Death Star years before he meets Jyn Erso. Of course, nothing has been confirmed just yet, but this is certainly an interesting idea. What do you guys make of this? As always, thanks for dropping in on us today, and remember to swing by again next time when we will be reviewing all sorts of cool bits and pieces. And why not do us a solid by liking and sharing today's video with any Star Wars fans you might know of, whilst also subscribing to our channel so you don't miss out on more great content in the future. Bye guys.